Hi guys, I'm Shelley, welcome back to my channel, and it's Sexual Health Week. Ta-da! And you know me, I can never miss a chance to talk about sex. So prompted by Hannah Witten, who asked for contributors to her sex and disability video, I've taken some of the questions that she asked and added in a few of my own, and this is my sex and disability video for Sexual Health Week. So here are the questions. What misconceptions do people have about disabled people and sex? Where do I start? That we either don't want it, don't like it, or should be ever so friggin' grateful to the person who decides to have sex with us. That we should bow to their feet and put up with whatever bad sex they are willing to give us because we are defective. No. How does your disability affect your sex life, and what adjustments have you had to make? Being that I have EDS, that means that connective tissue in my body breaks down easily, which mainly affects my joints, such as my arms, my legs, everything. Anything that's got a connected joint, they are very loose. They can dislocate, they can subluxate, which is where they kind of half dislocate, and they can also lock into position. So as you can imagine, being very physical and having sex can be a bit awkward. For instance, I run out of energy quite quickly. I can't do certain positions because of dislocation or just a lack of body strength. I also have communication issues sometimes because I've gotten so tired that I'm not communicating while having sex anymore, and I've got a bit spacey, and we have to pull back and stop and wait for me to kind of come back into being in the moment again. So because of all of this, the main, I don't know if it is an adjustment, but the main thing that I have to do when having a new partner and having sex is communication. We both have to be 100% honest about what is about to happen and how it could go wrong. I have to inform partners of safe words in case I injure myself during sex. I have to find out what a partner expects of me and what I expect of them. There could be certain things that they like to do that my body can't physically do because of a dislocation, or it could be that I happen to be good at the one thing they actually really like. So you learn to work with your strengths, and communication is flipping key. What do you wish people knew about disability and sex? That it's fun, that it's open, and that it's really, really hot. The effort that disabled people put into having sex, you have no idea how kinky we will get to get you off. We want the job done properly. Having good communication about sex, talking about what you want to do to each other before you're actually having sex is also really hot. And you learn to do that while being disabled. You learn you have to be completely open with somebody. And trust me, we give as good as we get. If you put a good job in, we will go to the effort to make sure that you have a good time too. What is the best thing about your sex life? That I don't give a feck. Or I try not to anyway. I'm still learning this. But I no longer give a feck. I've learned that I no longer have time or the energy to give to people who think that my illness or my disability is a fetish, or that I am a pushover or an easy mark for somebody who just wants to get laid and doesn't give a damn about the other person. I don't have the energy for time wasters or bad sex. I've learned to openly communicate more about sex, and so now I have a really good sex life. I won't put up with people who see my lack of energy and my lack of strength as something they can control and something that they can get off on and push me into situations that are not comfortable. I have worked at communicating more during sex and before sex and what is expected, and because of that, my sex life is great. How do you find meeting people and meeting partners to have sex with? This one isn't easy. This one I have worked on and I'm still working on, and I'm still not great at it. I have learned the hard way over the years that brutal honesty is the key. I am on a dating site where the first thing it says in my profile is that I have EDS, that I have a lack of strength, that I am slightly broken, and if you can't put up with that, there's the door, that's fine. I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't want to have sex with me, but I'm not going to put up with the time wasters. Also, then nobody can come back at me and say I'm hiding it. I soon notice in messages if somebody has actually read my profile or not, because you can soon pick up on that. You have no idea that I'm disabled, do you? I try to be clear about what I am looking for straight away, that I am not looking for a relationship, that I'm not looking to date you. I'm literally looking for good sexual partners, because I don't have the energy to date. I don't have the energy to be in a relationship with somebody. If that's what you're looking for, great, go and have a lovely time, but that's not what I'm here for. I try and engage in a conversation with that person for 2 or 3 weeks before I even think about meeting them, to see if they're on a level, to see if they can communicate, or if they're just here to literally bang the disabled person. But I have to admit, I have got it wrong many, many times. Usually you can tell by the messages what they're after, if they want to push your limits, if what they're here for. But I have been gaslighted before, and I have misread the signs and not seen the messages and not seen what was coming. And I've had a few, more than a few, bad experiences of people who just want to overpower me or cause me pain in some way, or just pick on the disabled person. So I'll admit it's very difficult, and there are times when I shut down my profile completely because I can't cope, where I don't meet people and I just stop dating because I don't have the energy or the faith in people to keep doing it. It's not an easy thing to do, but sometimes you meet lovely, lovely people. And I have, over the past many years that I have been on-off dating, I've met some wonderful friends, some wonderful sexual partners, a lot of people it hasn't worked out with, but I would still call them lovely people because communication has been open. I have learnt from some bad experiences that saying what you expect, what you want, and how you see this relationship going is key, because communication can get bundled. What is it like being in a relationship and being disabled? I think it's different for each person. Some people want to be in relationships. They want to have that person next to them all the time and want to have somebody to rely on. Personally, for me, I have tried that and it hasn't worked, because I usually run out of energy, and although that person is in a relationship with me, I don't tend to be in a relationship with them. That is, I find myself lacking in the department of being a girlfriend. I cannot be there for them in family setups. I can't go out to dinner with them and have big dates. If they're being invited by a bunch of mates, they're like, oh, come to this, bring your girlfriend. I usually can't go with them. And so it is very difficult to be in a relationship with someone who isn't there for you. And I feel so terribly guilty that I cannot be there enough. I don't have enough, there's not enough energy inside of me to be able to be there for somebody else completely. And so I don't get into relationships anymore, because I have been in the situation many times where I've had to hurt another person, and that, one, is terrible for them, two, terrible for me, because I don't want to hurt them in the slightest. I care for them dearly. I have made the decision to not be in relationships. Now, if one comes along and that person fits into my life and I fit into theirs and it turns out it works, then great. I'm not going to turn that down. That would be lovely. But I am not at that place right now. So now I just meet people who, I'm quite obvious, I just want to have fun with somebody. I just want somebody to watch a movie with now and again and to have sex with. I'm not going to be their girlfriend. I don't want them to be my boyfriend / girlfriend / partner. It's just there to be fun. And I've learnt that over many years of getting it wrong. You have to get it wrong to be able to get it right. It's the only way. And that is everything I can think of about sex and disability. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've got any more questions, hit me up down below. I would love to know your thoughts on all of this. Thank you for watching my disability and sex video. This is of course Sexual Health Week, which means go and get yourself checked out if you can. I do regularly every 6 months, just in case, because it's better to be safe than sorry. I hope you guys are good, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. My family are going to watch this. To be fair, my mum will just give me a high five. Everybody else could be a bit awkward.